have Inwan Kim. Inwan Kim is 57 years old, born in South Korea, and migrated to the U.S. in 1989. Prior to immigration, he used to work at a bank as a manager in South Korea. He has practiced various martial arts since 1974 and is one of the few top-ranked hapkido masters in the world. He is the owner of the Martial Arts Academy in Valrico, Florida since 2003. I'm so excited to have you here. Welcome to the hot seat.
A little backstory here, and the secret that so you guys wonder is maybe pretty fast, but actually it's not. It is an electronic increasing device. I'm at stage 4 of the cancer patient currently. First, I'd like to say thanks to my music buddy, Rachel, and thanks everyone for being here. I'm not sure I can put my 31 years life in the United States into 20-minute time frame. But I will do the best that I could to share my non-fiction real life story. And for many things in fear, I put it fear in two different ways. Fear equals to uncertainty, or fear equals to get motivated. It depends on which way you take. I'm sorry? Louder? Okay. Fear equals to and motivated. Being 31 years in this United States, I've been through a pretty rough life. And when I decided to came to this country, I have to give her everything and looking for my dream country in the United States. So I came actually for study. But when I came, my sponsor changed his mind and doesn't want to do anything for me. So I left her alone. I had to do something to survive myself. So I used to work from 16 to 20 hours a day, 2 jobs, no day off, every single day. I tried to support myself, also some of my family in Korea. I'm from a large family, 7 boys and 4 girls. I'm the 7th one.
Oh, wow.
My mom's soccer coach, my dad's director. So, you never remember soccer teacher, right? So anyway, my first trips already seems like it's disappearing from me, but then I don't want to give up because I had to set my goal. So I look around and I feel this is a country that if I do well, I can make money. So if I can make money, I can do a lot of things. So I told my brother, I said, look, I'm going to try myself 1 year, and if I can make through it, I'm going to stay. If not, I'm going to go back. So I did my best through the whole year round, and I kind of confident that I can do business. So a year later, with a little bit of saving money and the help of my brother, I started my own business as a single man. Even though it was really tough, it was kind of fun that I have already achieved some little goal in 1 year. So I moved on, and a few years later, I got married, had a beautiful daughter and son. Prior to that, 1990, I had a gunshot right in the chest from where I work at, and I survived. And fast forward all the way to 1997, and street over Philadelphia, I was attacked by some twisted-minded criminal. I got stabbed. I survived. In 2001, went through a horrible auto accident. I was completely wrecked. I don't know how I survived from there, but I survived. And meanwhile, my both two kids were done college. My son graduated from college last year, had a respectable job in New York. My son graduated, my daughter graduated from college, had a job also, and a few years later she decided to go back to medical school. She went to medical school and she got married. She met her husband there, who was a doctor, and she's in medical school. And those two, ever since a young cotton boy, I told them that if you guys do well, if you guys listen to your mom and dad, I would do what I could to educate you guys all the way to the top of the line possible. Something that I didn't hear from my parents. Thankfully, they did listen well and blessed me enough that they helped me to grow up really well, and they finished school, even though my daughter was still in school. So I was pretty much happy and proud about what I've done. And last year, 2019, finally I set my goal. And I told my wife, hey, this is my time. This is time for me to go to school and I can enjoy my life. So I'm ready to work my whole 1 year round, and then I will prepare to go back to school. I'm 57, but I never thought that it's too late to start it. As long as you have a good, solid attitude, and you can do it. Then in April, something happened to my eyes. It was kind of unusual. It's not like there's a typical red eyes. So I called my doctor and checked out, and he said that it seems like a lymphoma of the eye, which is cancer. And something that I never even heard of. I was just so shocked inside of me. And came home. Of course, the doctor said they still have to go through some biopsy and stuff. I came home and I don't know what to say to my wife. And it could be horrifying for her. But I have to do what I have to do to get through the situation. And so I told her that I have to go back to the doctor's office and do some biopsy. And she said, you know, women they catch things pretty quick, but men do. She said she'd like to go there with me. So I can stay home. I can live in No. I gotta go there with you. So I can't push her back, so she came with me. And sure enough, there she found out everything. I had a cancer in my eyes. So he recommended me to go to an oncologist doctor to start activity treatment. And their first day I was there, the doctor reviewed all this testing results, and then checked out my eyes, and he said that this is like pretty much like stage 1, fourth stage cancer. So it wasn't really, it looked really horrible, but it's not that dangerous. But still cancer, you know? But at that point, I wasn't sure about the rest of my body. So I told him that I like to do PET scan to scan my whole body, to see anything related from here to the other body. And the doctor said, you don't need to, this is just here, this is a really real thing. And he doesn't want me to do a PET scan. That's kind of strange. But my gut telling me you gotta go through the more further imaging test. So I insist, and finally wrote something, and I went to the right place for the test. And sure enough, sometime later, the test came back, and I had a cancer in my lung. So I have a cancer in my eyes and cancer in my lung. And this is the first year that I can truly enjoy my life. After 30 years dedicating my life to my family and career and my 2 kids. And finally, when I get to my own life as something I can enjoy, and there's a big roadblock ahead of me. My wife's totally crushed. cannot show emotion to her, and she may get more even pushed. So I just hide myself, even though when I'm alone I was crying. I was completely playing, poker face. I try to throw some jokes on her, make her laugh and things. And I remember one particular day, hey, if he wanted me to come up there that quick, he would have gotten me already. Think about it, I got gunshot, stabbed, or accident, survived all three. And this is number 4. And I think this is for me to train by him to do something better. So I have a strong confidence that I can get through this. You have to believe me. I have no fear for against this embodied demon. So stay with me, you'll be fine. But still, every day she watched me, my body, study. By the way, I lost already 30 pounds since the last spring. And she saw me struggle. I didn't have good sleep good night. And suffered through so much pain and all that. But meanwhile, because I'm the owner of the martial arts school, so I have to run my school. And I have to see my kids there. They are moved in with so much energy for every day. So no matter how I feel, I slept to be able to see them. And so my eyes, after 17 treatment with radiation, luckily the cancer disappeared. When they finally took the MRI test, and everything was completely clear. There's no sign of cancer left over. It's all gone. So, I just have to deal with cancer in my lung. I have one big tumor on top, two on the bottom, and on the left. One on the lung line. I first started with the treatment, something called immunotherapy. They actually are doing an infusion every 2 weeks. So the first treatment was worked pretty well, and the second one, after done, before we got to the third one, they did a CAT scan. Actually, they didn't help. The one on the side was like much bigger and actually producing so much fluid. So the poor space here, I'm getting so much fluid, so I can't really do much. And meantime, I didn't even know what happened inside my body. But that happened so quick. And it's hard for me to stand like this for more than like 5 minutes. Because what happened was, my right side lung was completely crushed with all this fluid. So barely I was breathing through the one side lung. So finally, I got there, they drained one time, and a week later, when I got there, can you imagine, they drained 2,500 cc, 2.5 bottles. And there they decided to put a catheter into the chest. I had it on for 4 months. And that's not fun. It's pains there always. Then I have to drain my lung fluid every day, anywhere from 400 to 600 millimeters. The draining itself is okay. So every time when I drain this fluid, I have to do the pressure changing inside. You can visibly see my whole chest moving to inside the building. And all the pressure changes and pressure comes to the top and hitting the nerve ending. That excruciating pain is almost nearly undescribable for at least about 30 minutes. So I lay down on the couch in a fetal position, cry, and just for 30 minutes it passed. Because I don't want to take any painkillers. Because there'll be another problem in the future. So I rather deal with the pain. Now, talk about pain. Let me tell you what kind of pain that I've been through. When I had a gunshot wound, I was dying. There's a bullet hit my heart. Nipped outside the area of the heart, punctured through the lung, stuck under the shoulder. So I was had a blood pumping out inside. They had to cut off and patch the people's heart before I died. So they inject anesthesia. Somehow, my body wasn't sleeping fast enough. So they had to cut me open. But otherwise, I would have died. So my body was completely naked. They stripped me all over. And I remember the sound of the electric saw. They cut me from here to down here. I was awake from here to here when they cutting my bone. Can you imagine the feeling of when somebody cutting your bone while you're awake? That pain was completely off the chart. So as I'm going through such a horrible experience, I always turn the thing around to positive direction. Okay, at least I can survive. At least I made it. I extended my pain. I have another day to survive. So when I going through pain with this, I was thinking about that experience. Actually, that kind of helped me to compromise the pain. And also, I'm a martial artist, so I have to do something with martial arts in my mind. Let me do something with my breathing technique, see how things can work. So I started meditating using my breathing technique. Thankfully, instead of a 30-minute suffering, it reaches down to 15 minutes. And sometimes about 20, sometimes 15, but average about 15 minutes. That was really helpful. And after 4 months of struggle, finally, they decided to pull out this catheter. So they removed the catheter out. I'm a highly active guy, and she knows. We're going to at the BJJ. I haven't done any serious exercise for many months because of this. It's just killing me inside. There's something I couldn't do. So at the hospital, when doctors removed my catheter, I asked him, hey, how many days left I can do exercise? Probably he has no clue what kind of exercise I was going to do. He said, 2 days. 2 days. It's like, no way. So in my mind, I don't think so. So I wait for 8 days. I try to be on the safe side. 8 days. So 8 days later, in front of my wife, I said, hey baby, I'm going to do some push-ups here. Watch me. Push-ups? Yeah, I've been up for a while. So you say 2 days, now I passed over the 8 days, I'm good to go now. So I did it 20, I usually do 50 to 100 times. But I don't want to go too far, so 20 times, I jump back up. About a few minutes later, all of a sudden, all the pain kicks into the side. There's a huge amount of pain rushed in. And I couldn't tell why this happened. And I just went down to the couch and started to suffer so much. And that lasted for a whole week. Later, I come to find out, when you have that kind of procedure done, usually it takes 1 month to get healed. Externally, your hair is being ripped. Internally, it takes about 1 month. So I only spent about 8 days. When I did push-ups, imagine all this pressure, so all the soft tissue inside, of course, moving around and holding on another because of one of the injury inside. So I was unable to even breathe normally. Because when I expand my chest, I push more. So I was pretty much doing shallow breathing. That's when I got pneumonia. So I got a double pneumonia. Full double. Now imagine I have stage 4 cancer. I didn't even know it. After a week of suffering, I finally went to Mafia. We checked. It's CAT scan down. I got pneumonia. So that's just checking right away. And I was in the hospital for 3 weeks. They just started shooting multiple antibiotics to try to kill the viruses, and meantime they go through all those tests. So they finally controlled the fever, but here we did the stuff. pneumonia. Then all of a sudden the fever comes back. They wondering why this happened. They kind of suspected probably I have another infection in the lung space. So they put the tube in, they drain the fluid showing up. There's a huge amount of infection. So they have to drain all those first. This is this nasty yellow color. First came out about 2 liters, full container, through the whole week. And finally, they completely cleaned, they tested the samples, there's no infection, all done. They did medical treatment and they sealed it. And they took all 3 years, 3 weeks, I'm sorry. And then they want to make sure I don't get any further infection while my new state is kind of low. So they had me have this antiviral feeding machine until February 10th. That's why I have a sick leave back. Now, what I've been through all of this, I would say the only reason I survived, the only reason I'm here, able to speak to all of you guys, is I wanted to leave. I don't want to be defeated by the uninvited demon. You're not my guest. You don't come to my hotel here. This is a 5-star hotel. You didn't pay anything. Get the hell out. Okay, you didn't even knock on the door. You just came in. You need to get out. The interesting thing is, even though I was initially so shocked and surprised, I never feel about cancer. I never feel about I'm gonna die. And all I think first guest was talking about that, the topic. I don't afraid of being being dead. I'm kind of afraid of disappear without accomplish what I need to accomplish. That's what I'm most concerned about. Because think about it, franchise staff and auto accident, I could have been dead once a long time ago. I've been through such pain that something most people never even go through. The cutting bone while you're awake, how many people can go through that kind of pain? In fact, when I teach my kids in the class, even adult class, and sometimes, some students that's like, they don't push themselves out. So I tell them, look, why are you here wasting your money? If you're here for do something and show you effort, show you passion. It is hard, it is not, it's painful, it's not painful. Let me tell you what the pain is. Have you ever been to somebody cutting your bone? No. How many people do you think they go through that kind of experience? Not many. Nearly nothing. I mean, do you know the pain? Do you want to know about extreme pain? Don't even go there. So what you're going through now is not even pain, not even come close. Your mind is too weak to suffer what you suffer right now because it's all about your attitude. It's not about your ability, it's not about your physical body, it's your attitude. So I would like to share one thing here. Think about it. Much like me, came down here, man who has no English speaking skill, no money, I have to deal with completely different culture and food. Life was absolutely poor. But I made it through. Why? Because I want to leave and I want to achieve my goal. If I don't do it right, no one can do it for me. It's me. And I always say this. Remember Thomas Edison say, genius is 99% perspiration, 1% inspiration? I convert it this way. 99% perspiration, 1% blessing. You believe in a God. I'm not a holy moly guy. Ask everything for God. God, please help me. I don't do that. I work my butt off as much as I could. That last 1% little thing, I ask for God's blessing. Just like M4, guns, rifle. You can touch it, every section, fully loaded gun. Gun's not gonna go off. Even you can pull the trigger, gun's not gonna go off until you unlock the safety lock. You pull the trigger, boom, gun go off. That is God. That's why I put it at 1%. So, just in case those of you going through some tough time, trust me, you could be in such a far worse time in your life. Every morning when I wake up, I open the window, I look outside, I start smiling. This is another day. God bless you, thank you. And I'm going to take another one. Then I started new days. I lost the 30 pounds. I posted my journey on Facebook, Rachel knows. One night, while I was in the hospital, 1 o'clock in the night, I stand in front of the mirror. I look at my leg, holy moly, my leg looked like a victim of Auschwitz. You know what I'm talking about? Concentration camp. What is this? It was just such a horrible thing. It's like, so I was crying. I don't let my wife stay in the hospital because I don't want to make her feel like it's like a jail. So I let her go home earlier. Whatever's up to do, I just leave it by myself. So she doesn't have to go through the same thing with me. So I cried for a while. Then again, I started deciding, you know what? The more you take my muscle, I'm going to fight more hard to put that on. Keep taking it, bring it. I set my mind every time when I had a tough time. So finally, from the last week, my weight started slowly gaining uphill. It's tough uphill gaining. The thing is, gaining my weight and getting better and better. And my leg was so weak, I couldn't even walk up a 15-degree slope. I had to struggle to walk up there because I had no strength. How strong I was before, I could do easily, even though I never done weightlifting, I could easily a 500-pound squat. Okay? It's from all my own body workout through my life. 1,000 pounds, easily. 1,200-pound leg press, 30 pound non-stops. I was that strong in my leg. And with that leg condition dropped down to unable to walk up to 15-degree slope, that's terrible. But after all, I survived. After all, I have an opportunity to see what we're going to do. Beautiful people like you guys. So, don't let fear get into your mind to pull you down. Anything in your face will make you feel like there's a water block from going. Go around. Don't stand in here do one of this. I always believe God is a provider. When one door is closed, there's always another door is open. You have to look for another door. You don't just stand there while doors lie. You keep knocking on it. It's not open. Why then go the other door? So that's my story. I hope you got some message from here. Thank you.